Gladstone City Council, and welcome everyone who is joining us here tonight. Madam Clerk, please note that all council members are present. We do have a quorum. If you will rise and join in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Item number 4 is the approval of the agenda. Is there anyone who wishes to make a change in the agenda for this evening? It will stand as printed. Item number 5 is approval of the October 23, 2023 closed City Council meeting minutes.
Mayor Moore.
Councilman Malum.
I move to approve the minutes from the October 23rd, 2023 closed City Council meeting.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the minutes of the closed City Council meeting of October 23, 2023. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The minutes are approved. Item number 6 is the approval of the October 23, 2023 regular City Council meeting minutes.
Mayor Moore.
Councilman Malum.
I move to approve the minutes from the October 23rd, 2023 regular City Council meeting.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the minutes of the October 23 regular City Council meeting. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The minutes of the regular City Council meeting of October 23, 2023 are approved. Item number 7 is communications from the audience. This is a time during every council meeting when we ask the public if they would like to come before the council about an item not on the agenda this evening. Is there anyone who wishes to come before the council this evening? Seeing no one, we will move to item number 8, which is communications from the City Council, and we will start with Councilman Smith.
Thank you, Mayor. I have nothing, as I'm sure you all are going to speak of the tour that we just had and Friday's events. Makes all those
We'll go for it.
hours working on the sales tax, all of you did, it paid off. Did very well. So I'll leave it up to you.
All right, thank you. Councilman Malum.
Mayor, no comments this evening.
Thank you. Councilman
Nothing from me, Mayor.
Mm.
I don't have, well, I do have one thing, and that is, as we said, just to be sure and invite everyone on Friday, November 17, to the ribbon cutting for the police headquarters. It will be at 10 o'clock, and so we're excited to see everybody there, and we're excited to show off this wonderful new facility that we have.
All right. Thank
Your
you,
turn.
Mayor. The fall edition of the Gladstone magazine will be out in the mail soon, so everybody can learn more about the police headquarters and the emergency notification system, and so there's many articles in there that will be great reading for people. Want to recognize the retirement of Mark Mejia, who is retiring after working for the city at the community center for so many years. His retirement celebrations at the community center on November 30th at 3 p.m. And that is all. Thank you.
I guess one thing, Mr. City Manager, if we don't have another meeting prior to...
We're not sure, but we don't have anything on the agenda yet
Well,
that we know would be on that meeting.
Well, then I will step back in and remind everybody of the lighting of the Mayor's Christmas tree. And that is November 28th. That's Tuesday after Thanksgiving. So we switched it up a little bit this year because of the North Kansas City School calendar. So it will be on that Tuesday at 6 o'clock at Linden Square. So we'll hope for good weather and invite everyone to join us that evening. Okay, item number 10 is the consent agenda. Madam Clerk, will you please explain and read the consent agenda?
A consent agenda allows the City Council to consider and approve routine items of business without discussion. Any member of the City Council, the city staff, or the public may request removal of any item from the consent agenda and request that it be considered under the regular agenda if discussion or debate of the item is desired. Items not removed from the consent agenda will stand approved upon motion by any council member, second and unanimous vote, to approve the consent agenda as published or modified. Consent agenda Resolution R-23-77, a resolution authorizing the city manager to execute a park development and naming rights agreement with Variety of Greater Kansas City, Tent 8. Resolution R-23-78, a resolution authorizing change order number 3 in the amount of $85,652.50 to the contract with Lantel Communications Services Incorporated for the FY23 Curb, Gutter, and Sidewalk Program, Phase 2, Project TP2305. Resolution R-23-79, a resolution authorizing the city manager to execute a contract with Centric Construction Group, LLC, in the total amount not to exceed $919,958 for the City Hall Interior Remodel Project, CP2359. Consider building permit, Walmart Grocery Pickup Expansion, 7207 North Prospect, Gladstone, Missouri, and consider financial report for 3 months ending September 2023.
Thank you. Is there anyone in the audience who wishes an item to be removed from the consent agenda? Anyone on council? Staff?
No, Mayor.
I will entertain a motion.
Mayor Moore?
Councilman Smith?
Move we approve the consent agenda as submitted.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded to approve the consent agenda as presented. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The consent agenda is approved. We'll move to the regular agenda, to item number 11, which is first reading of Bill number 23-36, an ordinance approving the final plat of the Northland Innovation Campus, lots 1, 2, and 3, and directing the appropriate officials to affix their signatures to said plat for recording, and approving the form and execution of a First Amendment to the parking lease in connection with the approval of the final plat.
Mayor Moore.
Mayor Pro Tem Spallo.
I move to place Bill number 23-36 on its first reading.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to place Bill number 23-36 on its first reading. Is there any discussion? All in favor of placing Bill number 23-36 on its first reading, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Madam Clerk, please read the bill.
First reading Bill number 23-36, an ordinance approving the final plat of the Northland Innovation Campus, lots 1, 2, and 3, and directing the appropriate officials to affix their signatures to said plat for recording, and approving the form and execution of a First Amendment to the parking lease in connection with the approval of the final plat.
Mayor Moore.
Mayor Pro Tem Spallo.
I move to accept the first reading of Bill number 23-36, waive the rule, and place the bill on its second and final reading.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to accept the first reading of Bill number 23-36, waive the rule, and place the bill on its second and final reading. Is there any discussion? All in favor of placing Bill number 23-36 on its second reading, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Madam Clerk, please read the bill.
Second reading Bill number 23-36, an ordinance approving the final plat of the Northland Innovation Campus, lots 1, 2, and 3, and directing the appropriate officials to affix their signatures to said plat for recording, and approving the form and execution of a First Amendment to the parking lease in connection with the approval of the final plat.
Mayor Moore.
Mayor Pro Tem Spallo.
I move to accept the second and final reading of Bill number 23-36 and enact it as ordinance number 4.655.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to accept the second reading of Bill number 23-36 and enact the bill as ordinance 4.655. Is there any discussion? I would like to take just one moment here to see if we can get a quick explanation. I was at the Planning Commission when this came up, and it was very well described by the attorney who was presenting it that evening. Thank you for being here this evening. I think this is very confusing, so for the benefit of our audience and for those of us who may need a primer on this again, could we just have just a quick explanation? I would love for you. You did a swell job at the Planning Commission. We'll have you redo it now.
Oh, shucks.
Thank you.
Good evening, Mayor, members of the Council. I'm Doug Stone. I'm an attorney at Lewis Rice, and I represent the current tenant of the school building, or the building where the school headquarters are located, which is what we're talking about. So, at the present time, there is a plat which has 2 lots. The office building sits on its own lot, and what is now the parking lot, and I'll call it the green space, with the undeveloped area to the south behind the parking lot, that is all now Lot 2. Ultimately, because the office building is in a Chapter 100 lease, at the end of the day, the assumption is that my client will buy the building for $100, I think it is, at the end of the day. But of course, the parking lot is needed for the building. The city is happy to allow us to keep the parking lot at the end of the day, but not the green space, because it's possible that could get developed. There could be a use for that. And so the city wants to retain that. So all we're doing, that's a lot of gobbledygook, but all we're doing is we're breaking up the parking lot into 2 lots. The actual surface parking lot will become Lot 2, and the green space will be Lot 3. Our lease of the parking lot is being amended, so the green space is being taken out of it. We'll no longer be a tenant of Lot 3. We don't have any purpose for it. And then, what will happen, assuming that you approve the plat, is Lot 1 will remain the office building, Lot 2 will be the surface lot that we will then lease. I'll come back to that. And then Lot 3 will be the green space that is free and clear of any claim by us, any rights on our part. The surface parking in the lease amendment, it provides that when we buy the building, we buy the parking lot. That's it. Good? Easy?
That help everybody?
Helps, thank you.
Any other? Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're quite
we really
welcome.
appreciate
Sure,
it.
of course.
Is there further discussion?
Chris could have done that too.
No further discussion? All right, Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilman Smith?
Aye.
Councilman Mallon?
Aye.
Councilman Garna?
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Spallo?
Aye.
Mayor Moore?
Aye. Bill number 23-36 stands enacted as ordinance 4.655. Item number 12 is the first reading of Bill number 23-37, an ordinance approving a public service agreement by and between the City of Gladstone, Missouri, and the Gladstone Economic Betterment Council, and authorizing the mayor to execute the agreement on behalf of the city.
Mayor Moore.
Councilman Mallon.
I move to place bill number 23-37 on its first reading.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to place Bill number 23-37 on its first reading. Is there any discussion? All in favor of placing Bill number 23-37 on its first reading, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Madam Clerk, please read the bill.
First reading Bill number 23-37, an ordinance approving a public service agreement by and between the City of Gladstone, Missouri, and the Gladstone Economic Betterment Council, and authorizing the mayor to execute this agreement on behalf of the city.
Mayor Moore.
Councilman
I
Mallon.
move to accept the first reading of bill number 23-37, waive the rule, and place the bill on its second and final reading.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to accept the first reading of Bill number 23-37, waive the rule, and place the bill on its second and final reading. Is there any discussion? All in favor of placing Bill number 23-37 on its second reading, say aye.
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 Any opposed? Madam Clerk, please read the bill.
Second reading Bill number 23-37, an ordinance approving a public service agreement by and between the City of Gladstone, Missouri, and the Gladstone Economic Betterment Council, and authorizing the mayor to execute the agreement on behalf of the city.
Mayor Moore.
Councilman Mallon.
I move to accept the second and final reading of bill number 23-37 and enact the bill as ordinance number 4.656.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to accept the second reading of Bill number 23-37 and enact the bill as ordinance number 4.656. Is there any discussion? Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilman Smith?
Aye.
Councilman Mallon?
Aye.
Councilman Garnos?
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Spallo?
Aye.
Mayor Moore?
Aye. Bill number 23-37 stands enacted as ordinance 4.656. Item number 13 is Resolution R-23-30, a resolution adopting a mission statement, vision statement, and goals for the City of Gladstone, Missouri for 2024.
Mayor Moore.
Councilman Smith.
Move to approve Resolution R-23-80.
Second.
Sorry, go ahead.
It's been moved and seconded to adopt Resolution R-23-80. Is there any discussion? No? All in favor of adopting Resolution R-23-80, say aye.
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 Any opposed? Resolution R-23-80 stands approved. Item number 14, other business. Is there other business to be brought before the council this evening? Seeing none, we are adjourned.